So what is Himalayan balsam and why is it so important? Well, Himalayan balsam's Latin name is Impatiens glandulifera, and that really gives you an idea of what kind of plant it is. So Impatiens basically means impatient in Latin, and is really referring to the type of seed dispersal method that this plant employs, which is really quite interesting and really an interesting part of why it's such a pest and such an invasive problem in the UK. Secondly, the second name is glandulifera and refers to the high nectar and sugar content produced by the plant by its glands, which are always wet and sticky during its flower periods. So in the UK, Himalayan balsam was really brought in around 1839 as a ornamental cultivated species from the Himalayas, and it was really a cost-effective method of growing a beautifully looking ornamental plant, as opposed to some of the really expensive orchids that some folk couldn't afford. And a couple of decades later it began to spread in the UK along the waterways and the river system, and so really it's just inundated riverbanks since then. And you have a situation like now where I'm in a waterway in the West Midlands which is just inundated by Himalayan balsam, and we're quite late in the season where a lot of the seeds are just exploding and just spreading everywhere. The balsam plant grows to about 1 to 2 meters high, and the flowers are distinctively large and pink and shaped like a policeman's helmet. The main flowering period is between June to October, and the petals themselves produce a huge amount of nectar content, which is a vital resource for the local invertebrate and native species here. But the problem here is that our local wildflowers have to really compete against the balsam to get the same equal pollination. The stems of the balsam plant are usually easy to snap and green in colour with a red stripe running along the middle, but late in the season like it is now, the stems become vividly red in colour and the whole waterway just becomes an array of red stems. Really late in the season, around this time, you get a situation where the seed pods are quite big. They grow to about 2 to 3 centimeters long and about 8 millimeters wide, and if you touch them they explode, and they have this elastic kind of recoil which just spreads the seed about 20 or 23 feet wide, which you can imagine gives it a huge potential for seed dispersal, making it very, very difficult to eradicate. So Himalayan balsam is a very difficult plant to eradicate, and the usual methods are just to pull out the strands of plant from the ground, really get rid of it that way. And so some of the new research has suggested that removing the plant actually may be causing more of a resurgence, because by going into this environment and stepping into this environment, you're actually picking up a lot of the seeds and transferring them to other places, and so you're really spreading it to other places that way. And one of the suggested ways was really to prevent eutrophication of our river systems and preventing or reducing the nutrient load of the water. And what that could potentially do is give other native species like the common reeds and the bulrushes and watercresses more of a chance of growing in an environment which is usually nutrient overloaded by eutrophicated systems. So by cleaning up the riverways that way, that may be more of a better management method for controlling the balsam. So if you like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Nature channel for more future content like this. I hope to see you guys very soon in another video. Take care.